So if you guys don't know, for Red Riot Games, check out in their Canada location. So Red Riot Games hosted a 2,000 and another 1,000K over the weekend. You know what? That is amazing. Basically, 2K prizing was amazing. There was $800 for first, but they also had a sword given to first with a embossed. Oh no. So if you guys don't know, Red Riot Games is a Canadian-based company that is a local store, and they host 2Ks, 1Ks for the Union Arena card game. They hosted an amazing tournament, and they had a great turnout. They were able to host not one, but 2 events over the weekend. So this related into something really cool. But definitely keep an eye out on them. Go on to Red Riot Games Canada to watch out. And then they do have links to their website. So just keep that in mind when you're actually like wanting to get stuff, because they also have they're really good on the single prices too. And usually have a lot to work with. So if you guys wanted to see what it was breakdown, it was 30 minutes plus 5, best of 1 Swiss. Top cut will be made for top 8 as separate brackets. Number of rounds will be turned based off the attendance. So it was a large event with 64 players, single elimination bracket, $800 etched, katana with a 2K winner engraved on the blade. First place custom playmat and custom sleeves, 400 custom and a custom playmat and custom sleeves. Third and fourth through 8th got 200 and 100 respectively. Custom playmat on entry, promo pack on entry. So 64 players, and we had a lot of diversity. Well, let's be honest, the big elephants in the room: blue JJK, Code Geass purple, Demon Slayer yellow, and purple bleach. But they also had a lot of other decks in the list. We did have a couple blue Hunters. We had green Code Geass. We had Demon Slayer, the Hashira decks. A lot of good stuff in the mix, but we had some red Demon Slayer and red Code as well. So stuff like this, and green Toshi, just all great flavors around the board, right? And then we also had like yellow JJK and then purple Demon Slayer, just everything you could possibly wish for. If you guys are looking for these are up on EX Burst. Definitely helps out, right? So if we take a look here, this was 8th place. We're going to go 8th to 1st. So 8th place was a, Tanjiro list with Nezuko. As we know how the deck operates, the goal is to basically keep swapping, with the Nezuko to get in a 5th attack in, which can lead to your opponent being overwhelmed very easily. So as long as you're able to bring a Tanjiro in the back, which could help to get these raid Tanjiros into the back energy line, and then you combo off with giving boosts with the other Tanjiro here that says when a character on your field moves during your attack phase, choose up to 1 on your field, it gets plus 1000 DP until the end of turn. So with the promos adding into that mix, it just led to be a very powerful deck in general. So not really like above tier 1 status, like it is definitely a very powerful deck, and a great pilot can make this deck be explosive as can be. Now, taking into the next list is another yellow Demon Slayer. So it is the Nezuko Tanjiro list that we come to know and love. They are playing this very similar to what you kind of expect in JP with set 2. The only difference in this list, if you look, they have no AP extension. So that's where they kind of just differed. But I kind of get where they're going with it. Sometimes you just can feel confident, but walking into a major event like that sometimes is very scary. Now we do have, if this loads properly, blue JJK, Kento Namami list. If you guys know how this deck operates by now, your goal is to get to 15 cards to get the Kento live, but you're drawing a lot of cards. People are on the fence with how many of these 2 AP action color triggers they play. Some play 2, some don't. And it's really like the big toss up is how many Gojos versus how many Maki Zenins you're playing. So yeah, definitely a very much common list you kind of see with this, right? Now we do have another blue JJK. If I remember correctly, that is what is here. So yeah, another Kento Namami list. Just very standard. Yeah, as you can see, no color trigger, by the way. If you look, nope, it is playing. It's playing it at 2. So this is another option that I've noticed too, is that players will only just play 2 of this. And that's not a bad call, right? It's not a bad take to be taking in just 2 of this, because again, it's another Yuji Itadori, but the 2 action does eat up a lot of your plays. So I kind of get where they're coming from. Now we do have a no name here, but once it loads, we'll definitely know what it is. This was Purple Code. So taking a look, a lot of players are on the fence if they're going to go 2 of this or not, but I know a player in our locals that really backs this card a lot. So allowing you to use this card's advantage, being able to minus something 3000 DP under a Gawain, this leads to being a very good removal combo, and your opponent just can't deal with it. They lose their body, right? But there's also this Gurren plus this that makes it a great removal as well. So it all just really nice at the end of the day, right? And Ogi is a good option as well. Some players do play this because that double energy generation sometimes matters. Now we do have another list to look at, and that is the Sukuna Namami. So this one is very commonplace. I think that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is the first place list. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. Huh? Did something get skipped? Something got skipped and I'm mad. So, yeah. Yep. Let's see. Blue. That one's got, these 3 are there. Dupe. Oh, 8th place didn't get popped up. That's annoying. That's rude. Okay, so 8th place I missed out on. So this was 8th place. Okay, a lot of shiny flex here. And like I said, some people are playing Ogi. Not a bad tech across the board. I don't hate it. Looks pretty solid. Now, this is the first place list. So they have 1 shrine in here. They have the fingers, you know, total collapse plus divergent fist. Not bad across the board, right? I think they're both great removals, but I definitely think collapse is just slightly better in a lot of circumstances. They are playing a split between Kento and Yuji Itadori. What makes this deck just really good is because they have so much good removal across the board, and then they just combo off really nicely, right? You know, being able to have all your Yujis have, you know, a total of 8 raid targets in the deck, it just makes the deck really good. So stuff like that does come up from time to time, and we just need to make sure we watch this closely. But, you know, now we should get into the 1K. So the 1K side event, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we are clearly good across the board. So it was a 25 if no pre-reg. So this happened as a side event. 32 players went in at it, got 400, 200, 150 across the board for the top 8, which is really solid. You know, to be honest with you, I've never seen a good turnout like this in some games, but, you know, we'll have to see what happens. I think they have a lot more planned with more 1Ks and 2Ks coming in the future. So Canada players, you are going to eat so well in this coming year. So taking a look though, you know, blue JJK, purple code, you had 11 purple code, 5 blue JJK, 3 red, 3 yellow demon, Jujutsu Kaisen purple, 2 Jujutsu Kaisen yellow, green code 2, bleach at 2, and 2 others, which is just red demon slayer. And I think it was nope, they had that one there. I think it was 1 red demon slayer, and then maybe I don't know what is the other one, because that is definitely red. Demon Slayer, maybe red code? No, red code's on the list, so I don't know what that other deck is. Could not tell you, but let's get into the video before it's... Oh, blue Hunter. Hunter. So, let's take a look at 8th place going to first. So, very commonplace. We get the 2 AP Lelouch Ramprouche. That's going to just minus DP. And all just Ogi at 2 might be worth teching it in. It looks like it's starting to be very commonplace to see Ogi. So, even at 2, that brings you up to 6 non-triggers in your stack, which isn't bad at the end of the day, right? It's under the magic number of 8 in my opinion, and it's good to see where we're at. And I think being under 8 is just really vitally strong. Now, was it double purple code? I would not put it past me for screwing that up. Yeah, double purple code. So, yeah, taking a look though, we have Lelouch Ramprouche. A lot of players are on this kind of mix here, and it's not terrible. And like I said, checkmate has been something I've been talking about on my our weekly talks, and it's not a bad tech in, right? Now, taking a look, here is the boys. The boys! We are so excited for the boys. So, taking a look across the board, they are playing the Chantaro. You know, they are playing Nezuko's, which this list seems pretty solid enough that I've been kind of just been trying to get it to work. And I think we are finally at a point where this deck is actually functional for a lot of players. I'm really happy to say this might be something how I test, because we are starting to see red Demon Slayer start popping up more and more. The deck is just really solid. And I think Tasty is a great card. You know, one of the biggest problems of red and a lot of decks is they don't have consistent draw abilities. So when they don't, if they're not able to draw consistently enough, they just lose out the tempo, right? So they are starting to tech these cards in, especially Tasty. If you look as this deck 2, 6, 7, 8. So they're at the 9, 10. They're at 10, which easily could be classified a little bit better. But, you know, being able to top in a 32 is nothing to scoff at, right? Now, we do have the Sukuna shenanigans that we always see, right? There's nothing too crazy out of the ordinary with the Kentos. It's just very much a stock list. Now, we do have red code Gios, Astrid Academy, you know, School Festival, being able to search out pieces. They're playing it at 2. So I think that's very vital in the strategy as well to understand. And I think this is pretty solid. Now, we do have the Kento deck as well, and they are playing Jujutsu High first years as a draw 3, place 2 cards from your hand into the sideline, which feels this Kento, but is also just a very good draw just to kind of just get this live, right? Now, we do have Purple Code Gios as well. As you can see, just very, very much a stock list. Now, the final first place, and guess who it is? It's Kento Namami yet again. So this is something we just have to get used to, right? There's just nothing out of the ordinary here, but they aren't playing Gojo, actually. Quite interesting. They did kind of go with the Bounce Nubara. No, not even Bounce Nubara, just the 3 Action 1 double energy generator. That's not a bad idea. I think this has a lot of promise and potential. Don't get me wrong. Maybe something that we're trying out. But all in all, though, really solid. Definitely check out Red Riot Games in Canada. I'm glad they were able to send me the list, and we might have some commentating matches from their events to discuss. But I'm really excited to see where you guys were. Did you guys go up to Canada? Did you have a fun time there? If not, you know what? Hopefully you guys enjoy for future events and we get to cover more. So guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.